Hi, I'm Al Sutherland with your Mesonet Weather Report. Winter is always an interesting time in Oklahoma. We go through periods of very mild weather, that warm weather that comes from the south, and then in comes that cold weather out of the north, and it's a real change. And that's just what we saw on Wednesday of this week. A map at 4 p.m. on Wednesday afternoon shows mild temps down in the southeast in the green area, 50s and 60s for air temp. In that blue area, 30 and 40s. Boise City came in at 29 degrees at 4 o'clock. When you factor in those strong northerly winds in the blue areas on our wind chill map, it made it feel like it was 10 degrees colder. Out at Boise City, that 29 air temp actually felt more like 15. The rain earlier this week really stayed southeast of a line from Waurika to Ada to Stillwell, and you can see on this map that was a very definite line across the state. Lane comes in at 2.21 inches. What a sharp boundary there was between the rain areas and the non-rain areas shows up when we take a look at a map of consecutive days with less than 1/4 of an inch of rainfall. And you can see that southeast area of the state, green, 0. You jump across the line into the yellow area, 22 days since they had 1/4 inch or more of rain. And then down in Altus, 38 days. Gary, how's our drought situation looking?
Thanks, Al. And as Al mentioned previously, we did get some really good rains down in south central and southeastern Oklahoma, and that has helped our drought situation once again. As you can see from the latest U.S. Drought Monitor map, that area without drought is spread in southeastern Oklahoma. However, we did have to introduce D3 back into northeastern Oklahoma, especially in Osage County, where lake levels are at record lows. You've probably noticed we haven't had much of a cold winter so far. We have had a few bouts with the frigid weather, but mostly above normal. If we take a look at the statistics for the December 1st, 2011 through January 11, 2012 time period, averaged across the state, we see that the average high temperature has been 2.4 degrees above normal, and the average low has been even higher at 4.8 degrees above normal. Now the average of all the temperatures together has been 3.5 degrees above normal. It has been cooler than normal in Oklahoma Panhandle, where that snowfall kept them colder for a little bit longer period of time, but so far the winter has been pretty mild. Oklahoma is not the only place that's had a mild winter so far. Much of the country's had the same experience. That's reflected in the latest snowfall map across the United States. As you can see, only 16% of the U.S. is covered by snow, with a little odd blip down there in West Texas. But for the most part, especially in the eastern half of the country, no snow. Compare that to the map from this same time last year, where 62% of the country was covered with snow. So definitely a change from last year. But remember, we've got a long way to go before winter's over. That's it for this time. We'll see you next week on the Mesonet Weather Report.